Well, good morning. Oh, what is it morning? No, it's evening. Good evening, y'all. It is the one, the only Jersey girl, baby, and welcome to the very first day of August of 2022. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As you can see, we are continuing our discussion about how to start a business here in the great state of Texas. Okay. So we already touched on a few items last week. And so now we're just kind of touching on a little bit more. Okay. Because like I said, last week, I was not trying to jam pack everything into 30 minutes. So we're going to take it back, slow it down a little bit, and get more into the meat of exactly what it means to start a business. Okay. So again, I am not a certified nor professional business advisor. However, I am a business owner, okay? And so that's what I'm doing. I am sharing my experience with you all in regards to how I got started on my businesses, okay? So one of my businesses is a DBA, which is a doing business as, okay? And another one of my businesses is an LLC, okay? And so I am making sure that I am talking to you guys about both of those because these are just some examples of business structures for your business. So now that we kind of got that little bit of introduction out the way, y'all already know what I want to do next, don't you? I want to play some music. Yes, I do. And while I am playing this music, it's giving us an opportunity for you guys to go ahead, come on in the room, say hey to everybody in the room. It's like you're sitting in the living room. Y'all know how this goes, okay? And then make sure that you are sharing. I have gotten many different inquiries and just talking to people in regards to how I got started in my business and just what have I done in my business and ways to be able to boost up their business as well. And so this is something that my mom actually told me. She was like, you really need to do an episode on Cozy Niche about how to start up a business. Because literally, when I went to Harwin's, y'all already know when we did that road trip, I actually ran into two to three different people, okay, on those trips. And it was talking about them coming from California, believe it or not, here in the state of Texas. Yes, people from California are moving over here to Texas. Why? Because the prices is amazing, okay? But please do remember those from California, the reason, okay, that you came over here to Texas. Don't be trying to make it California is all I'm saying, okay? That's all I'm saying. But I'm trying to tell you that the deals are phenomenal here in the state of Texas, honey, baby. When it comes down to housing, yes, we are doing a thing. I'll tell you something right now. They're building up like crazy in this area that I'm in. So let's just go ahead and take a little bit of a breather. Okay, I'm going to play some music, as I already told y'all, okay? I do not own the rights here to this here music, okay? But that does not mean that we cannot jam out to it. Ain't because we are. So this is by Teddy Swims, okay? And it is called 911. I've been jamming this, y'all, okay? So y'all go ahead and get into it with me. Let me know if it's not too loud and then I can turn it up, okay? Y'all gonna like it. It's a little funky. In your kitchen, and where your roof just won't stop leaking. I got your back without you even asking. If I gotta hook somebody's ass, I'ma do it with passion. And when it gets too dangerous, no, I'm never out of touch. They gotta call 911. You can hit me up. Hey. You know I'm the one whenever you need something. In an emergency, or when you just can't see. And I'll slide through for you with that urgency. Might rock the boat, but don't panic. Come on. Might take you home to it and might be rushing in, but goddamn, wanna know you like the back of both my hands. Talk to me like I'm handsome. Hey. Don't call talking, I'm handsome. Grab something over those mention. I get to be your man. Things don't go as planned. Hey, okay. So we just jammed out just a little bit. So if you wanted to know the name of that artist, it is again Teddy Swims, and the name of the song is 911. Okay. Yes, I love Teddy Swim. Let me tell y'all, I'm getting all of my feels going on. Okay. So thank you guys so much for coming on in. Make sure that y'all say hey, because I want to make sure that I can see y'all. Okay. I gotta see you. So, of course, you already know what this means all at the same time. So, I got to make sure I run my banners so that way y'all know exactly what we're talking about tonight. Yes, we are continuing on with our development pillar of Jersey Girl Cozy Niche, and it is in regards to how to start your business, darling. I'm already lowering the volume on my phone, so y'all already know how this goes because I am so quick to have my volume up. I realize that, there'd be some interference. And I don't want there to be any interference, y'all. I want y'all to be able to hear me nice, loud, and clear, okay? So with that being the case, I'm coming over here on my own page so then that way I can see y'all and y'all can see me. How about that? And I can make sure that I'm not talking too loud or yelling at y'all. All at the same time. Hold on. Okay, look, I'm not yelling. Yay! So I want to make sure I can see y'all comments too. Y'all know I'm doing double duty. I'm looking at you here, but I'm also looking at your comments over here because just so you know, sometimes there is a bit of a 10-second delay. So forgive me if I don't address y'all right away. You know it's not my heart. I definitely want to make sure that you guys are seeing me. Okay? Yes. So make sure that y'all go ahead and jump on into the comment section. So y'all already know what we're talking about tonight. So I'm going to remind you about being able to shop at jersey-girl-cozyniche.com. I've been getting some orders in. I had a wonderful a customer who wanted to have her very own apron ready for this upcoming football season. And she posted her picture up, okay, of her customized, her personalized apron. Yes. And I know that y'all saw it over on the page because I made sure that I posted it. Yes. And then because she posted it, somebody else posted it. And they were like, oh my gosh, I need to get me one too. So just so you know, you are able to go ahead and shop Jersey Girl cozyniche.com where you can be able to get your goodies. Okay. Now I tell you guys about our 7 pillars. We cover 7 pillars here on Jersey Girl Cozy Niche. Okay. So our 7 pillars are, I'm going to say them slow so that way you can get it. It's home and decor, because there's certain stuff that goes on in your home, stuff you got to fix, things you want to switch around, maybe renovation or something like that. And then you got decor. Okay, honey. Then DIY projects, of course, relationships, personal growth. Tonight, it's about development and crafts/cooking, because y'all already know how this goes. I get up in that kitchen, I can make it do what it do, baby. Yeah. Okay. And I love it when y'all get up in the kitchen with me. Okay. So let me know if, since you guys know about the 7 pillars, is there any particular topic y'all want me to talk about? Y'all want the Cozy Niche to be able to bring to the table. Okay. Not that we don't deal with things that are in the news or hot topics or current situations, because we do. Okay. What I am going to say is this, is that what I don't like to do is create animosity on my page, because like I said, it's like y'all coming into the living room, okay? And when you walk in somebody's living room, the last thing you want to do, baby, is come up in there and be rude and trying to set it off in somebody else's house. Because let me tell you, okay, that has happened to me, not on one occasion, not 2 occasions, okay, more occasions than what I would like to be able to go ahead and recall, that somebody came up in my house and set it off and detonated a doggone bomb in my living room. Was not happy about it. So I don't want that to be the case here. But that does not mean that there aren't certain situations and things that come up that don't affect us, because it do. But I want us to make sure that when we are talking about these such topics and discussions, that we are being respectful of one another. And when we're being respectful of one another, we can be able to hear what the other person has to say. So we're listening to hear and not listening with a rebuttal. I think we also covered that in, is there a safe place for men? Yeah, we said to allow them to speak and actually sit and listen and don't be so quick on that rebuttal. There needs to be a safe place for our men to be able to talk. So this living room, this little cozy niche, baby, we want to keep it cozy, okay? Nice and cozy. Doesn't necessarily mean that we're always going to see eye to eye, but we do want to make sure that we are being respectful of one another on this channel, baby. Okay, all right. So like I said, you guys know what the 7 pillars are. Make sure y'all start dropping down in the comments, like, what do y'all want to see on the Cozy Niche, okay? FYI, I got a trip that's coming up. I know. I'll be catching flights. Ew. So I got a trip that's gonna be coming up. So Cozy Niche is gonna be you guys, I still will be posting, but it just won't be on Monday nights at the Cozy Niche. I'll end up having to schedule for repeat shows. So y'all can be able to let me know what repeat shows do y'all want to see for those 2 weeks, okay? Because I'm gonna be in my ass quite a little bit. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this. Okay, let's see. Tammy is watching. Hey, Tammy girl. What's up, Amy? That's my classmate. Long Branch, stand up. Okay. And Mignette. Hey, Mignette girl. Thanks so much for tuning in, darling. Okay. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. So, like I said, tonight is a continuation of how to start a business. How I got started in the businesses that I have. One of my businesses, which is Jersey Girl Cozy Niche, which is right here and right now, baby. It is registered in the state of Texas as a DBA. Okay? DBA. Doing business as Jersey Girl Cozy Niche. The second business that I have here registered in the great state of Texas is Custom Fit Events. That is my event planning, coordination, backdrops, and rentals company. Okay. All right. And that, honey, is an LLC, which is a limited liability corporation. Okay. All right. We're going to talk I'm going to give you some nuggets of some things that will be beneficial for you to have an LLC, because I don't know if you know it or not, but you can actually go ahead and get yourself a house with an LLC. Did you know that? Just saying. I'm here to go ahead and sprinkle some tips and information just for you. Yes. Just for you. Okay, so we talked about when you are starting a business, one of the things that you want to go ahead and consider is this. Is there a need for this business? And if so, what needs does that business fulfill? If you are looking into going into, let's say, doing hair, there are certain professions, shall we say, that tend to be recession proof. Yes. And hairstylist is one of them, people. Okay. Because regardless of what, we still want to make sure our hair is looking like it needs to look. Okay. And so there are certain professions that over a period of time, studies have shown that there are certain professions that still generate income, even though you may be in the midst of a recession or hard times. So obviously we're talking about the healthcare field because, hey, people are still getting pregnant, dying, and needing healthcare. Okay. Hair is one of them, and cosmetics. And so that will be something good for you to be able to consider and think about and Google. Research is going to be your very best friend when it comes down to you starting a business. One of the key things that I had learned when they said it's not necessarily about what you like to do, okay? Because some people say, okay, is it a passion for you? And if it's a passion, you should start a business. Now, let me tell you something. That passion can easily turn into something that's not necessarily a passion, okay? Because it becomes a business. It becomes a chore. It becomes a weight. There are sacrifices involved when it comes down to owning a business, okay? And so the things that you need to be able to consider is the passion that you have something that you are willing to do, whether you get paid for it or not? Does it naturally ooze up out of you? And is there a need for your particular business? Okay. That is something that we did touch on last week. Okay. The other thing that you need to think about is this. Who is your target audience and how will you reach them? So when you're coming up to think about what business it is that you want to do, how does it fulfill a need? Who's the target audience? Who are going to be your clients as customers? And how are you going to be able to get to them? Okay. And let's say that you're thinking about doing a manufacturing business. Okay. You're like, I want to be able to fabricate some things and, okay, great. So does that mean that you are now looking at a brick and mortar, or is that something that you can be able to do in your home, manufacture in your home? And is your home zoned for the type of business that you are considering? Because last week we also talked about zoning, okay? Knowing that there's residential, there's commercial, and then there's mixed. You got to know exactly what area you're in. And if you are in a neighborhood such as myself, where there are HOAs, okay, that's homeowners associations, there are certain bylaws and things that you also have to abide by. Although neighborhoods that have HOAs it's not exclusive, because there are also townhomes and things that have this too. So I'm always going to tell you to please check with your state and local business authorities on exactly what it is that you can do and what you're looking towards. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into one of the things that I talked about, which is your EIN number. Now, I went down towards the end of this at the end of last week's talk, because I want you to understand what an EIN number is. That is an employee identification number, okay? So basically, your business is a baby. Oh, baby. And just like a baby, it has a Social Security number tracking. That's what that EIN is. It's a tracking number for your baby. So instead of using your own personal Social Security number, you're using the business's Social Security number. So you're like, Jersey, where in the world do I get an EIN number? How much does it cost, girl? Your EIN number is free. It does not cost you to have an EIN number, okay? Not here in the state of Texas. And I do believe that that's across the board, because it is an employee identification number, and that is issued federally. Boom, pow. Okay. DBA, doing business as I touched on last week, I got registered in my county's office. I went to the county clerk and I knew exactly what my business name was going to be. There is a way for you to be able to search out your business name. Once you know what kind of business it is that you want to do, okay, know the need that it fulfills, okay, know who your target audience is and have a plan of how you're going to be able to reach them. Is it going to be brick and mortar? Are you going to be doing a grand opening? Do you have, your email list banging set up? Do you have an email address? Because you definitely do need that. Do you have a business phone, an address, a P.O. box? These things are important, okay? And then when you're getting your business registered with the county that you are in, then you're going to be able to take these documents with you to go to the bank so you can go ahead and open up a checking/savings account for your business. These things are going to be very, very helpful. You can do this with the DBA. You are not limited. You don't have to be a corporation in order to get a checking account. You don't have to be in a corporation in order for you to get an EIN number. And I'm going to suggest, now I can't speak about other, providers, email providers, but I do know that Gmail gives me the security that I need. Okay. All right. So that's who I utilize. I utilize Gmail. So I got my business name, Jersey Girl Coach Nisha. Ain't nobody else had that name. Come on now. Went ahead and got that registered, and I only paid $17. I want to say $17 at that time. If you mail it in, I believe it's $25, and got that set and squared away. I was then able to take that documentation over to a bank, and I opened up a bank account. Now, there were some questions that the bank needed to know. What is the name of the business? What is the purpose? And how is, things coming in? Hello there, Miss Lynn Davidson. Thank you so much for tuning in, darling. I surely do appreciate it. So they are going to ask you these questions. What is the revenue going to be? And how is there a physical product? And if there is a physical product, how is this being advertised? So these are things that get ready for the bank to be able to ask you. And why it's important for you to have a business plan. We did touch on that as well. Having a business plan in place is going to be very, very beneficial to you, because when you are looking to get a loan or something like that, you already have it in place, okay? And all these wonderful things you can be able to find out through the SBA, which is your Small Business Association. And they have classes and things like that you can be able to take, workshops, seminars, conferences. So try your best to utilize as much as you possibly can these resources, okay? Now, this particular what they call the NAIC number is not necessarily an NAICS number, is not necessarily something you're going to need across the board for your business, but it's good for you to know what it is if you happen to come across any paperwork that's asking you for this number. So the NAICS stands for the North American Industry Classification System. Okay. Whew, that was long. All that means is They want to know exactly what category does your business fall into. So if it's automotive, you're a mechanic. Are you in the business? Are you in consulting? Are you in beauty? Is it, modeling? What exactly is it consulting? What exactly does your business do? And then it breaks it down to even, okay, so if you're into consulting, is it financial consulting? Is it business consulting, computer consulting? And so it helps you to be able to break it down to the needle, shall we say. Like I said, you're not necessarily going to need this particular information for a whole lot of items or forms that you may need in your business, but it is good for you to know what that is, just in case you do get asked. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm like itching up underneath my eye, child. Ooh, okay. So this is, like I said, this is good information for you to be able to have. So let's go ahead and bring up the PowerPoint that we had last time. I'm gonna add this to the screen. Boom, pow. That way you'll know exactly how to be able to follow Jersey Girl, okay? All the ways you can: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and like I said, also TikTok. I'm gonna add TikTok on here too. But just know on TikTok, I'm JG Cozy Niche. I sure did for TikTok. I have a lot of fun over there. So y'all make sure that y'all, make sure that you get me over there. I'm trying to get up to 1,000 views, y'all. We gonna do it. We gonna do it together too. Oh, let me hide this thing. Move that out the way, child. Okay. All right. So like I said, writing your business plan is a dynamic roadmap for your business. It should outline the main purpose and value proposition of your business, its structure, financing, and competitive advantages. The U.S. Small Business Association, SBA, has some great templates for crafting a business plan. So now you can be able to hire someone to write a business plan for you, or you can utilize a template, okay? And all a template is plug and play. Okay, it's already written up, and then you can be able to see example of what it is that they're talking about, and maybe that can start getting your wheels turning and going, and you insert exactly what your business is. It can be helpful, even if it's just to start you off, and then maybe later on, you take some classes or workshop with the SBA, or going through their core class workshops that they have, and be able to hone in on that thing so you can be able to get it better. Or, you just may say, I'm just going to hire somebody, because guess what? That's a business too. Okay. Marketing, social media. Because I can tell you right now, alert. I'm looking for some help in regards to getting these things going. So, when you have content creators, we're out looking for help. Typically it's usually a one-man, one-woman show. And so when you have a talent or a gift in this particular area, this can be a business for you too. Make yourself some money, honey. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to breeze through these, because like I said, some of these we went in more in depth with last week. And so tonight we're going to just hone in just on a few, because like I said, it's very meaty, y'all, and I don't want to overwhelm you. So like I said, choose your business location. Are you going to be brick and mortar? Is it going to be computer? And if it is going to be quote unquote brick and mortar, is your area zoned for it? Are you looking to have a storefront? It doesn't make sense. Well, I won't say it doesn't make sense. I would say consider this. If you want to have a bakery, okay, where would be the best place for you to have this bakery? Would it be best for you to have a bakery out in the Sahara Desert? Or would it be best for you to have a bakery in a downtown area close to a park? Location. It makes all the difference in the world. So that's what I mean by choosing your business location. We talk about financing. So you having your business plan is going to be able to help you in regards to financing and thinking about your finances as well. How are you funding your business? I myself, outside of Jersey Girl Cozy Niche and Custom Fit and Ooh Travel and, a few other businesses I have, I also work full time, people. That's right. I work full time. I know I get questioned all the time. Girl, when do you find time to sleep? Look, I only need about 3-4 hours and I'm good. And I'm back at it, honey. I am. So you need to, think about finances. How are you going to finance your business? And bringing that capital in. Will you have a silent partner? Will you have a partner? Will you have, how are you going to do it? These are things for you to be able to consider. As I said, you can get a bank or a microloan. Microloans are available from community development financial institutions, which are called CDFIs. There's no real word for that. Okay. Also, hey, if you ended up getting a trust fund or something like that, or like my girl Mignette did, okay, she did an amazing thing, which was when everybody got their stimulus checks. You know what Mignette did? Mignette went ahead and started her business. That's right. She was like, oh, I know exactly what to do with this. And she has been going strong ever since. Okay. So if it's an unexpected amount of money that you got coming in, maybe you can go ahead and invest that, flip that Bitcoin. Y'all already cryptocurrency. I'm talking about these things is moving, y'all. Okay. So think about how you would be able to handle those extra finances, because I just gave you a grand example of what someone decided to do with their stimulus and what others had decided to do when their income tax came in, okay? Or what you can be able to save towards. Don't always just look to your immediate people and folks and family to be the ones to fund you, because I'm here to tell you this. It's not always going to work out. It's important for you to branch out and network, honey. And that's what I was doing today. Thank you, Mignette. That's what I was doing today, branching out and networking. And when you get an opportunity to do that and reach out, you get to meet different people and you get to go into different situations. Honey, you never know when that divine favor that you're going to walk into. Okay. That's important. Okay. Securing a federal loan. Okay, via the SBA, or seek credit counseling through, or seek credit through personal financing. And again, the SBA offers a useful guide for funding businesses. Okay, now let's go ahead and talk about business structure and registration. As I said, I talked about a DBA, that is doing business as, and I talked about an LLC, limited liability corporation. Honey, the reason why I decided to be a limited liability company at first for custom fit events, it was a DBA. But I wanted to make sure that my personal stuff was being protected. Okay. Don't come after me. This business is this business, but I am me. It's two separate entities. Okay. All right. So that was what made the decision for me, outside of the fact that I wanted to be able to do more with custom fit. And custom fit needed to have her own identity. And so that's exactly what happened with custom fit events. She has her own identity, honey. She is her. Jersey Girl Cozy Niche right now is a DBA. Don't worry, she's moving on up. So just because you started somewhere doesn't mean that you have to continue to go there. So that's something else that you need to think about. You may start as one, and then you may transition to go into another. Okay. So there's also a sole proprietor, as you guys can see on here. So there was one point in my time where I was selling I can say her name, Mary Kay. I was a Mary Kay consultant. And so because that is a broad company, but there are individual consultants, I was a sole proprietor. Okay. So I had to register in the state of Hawaii when I was living there. That's when I was a Mary Kay consultant. Okay. And kind of transferred over when I came over here to Texas, but then I stopped. All right, I digress. But either way, that is sole proprietorship. In other words, there is an umbrella company and I'm acting as an independent contractor still through this company. I was a sole proprietor. So that's the best way I can be able to break that down for you to be able to get the understanding in the meat and potatoes of what I'm talking about. And I believe that, Pampered Chef, Park Lane Jewelry, Avon, that it is one and the same, that you would be a sole proprietor with that particular company. So that's what sole proprietorship is. Okay. Then you have a corporation. Generally, we're looking at a board of directors. Okay. You have different people in different positions. There's voting, and then you have to make the decision. Are you going to be publicly traded or private? There are bylaws that have to happen and take place. You have to have annual meetings, okay? And then your meetings, these records, they're public records, okay, for public trading and things like this. So these are things that you got to take into consideration when you're looking at a corporation, okay? And then a co-op. So that's a collaborative, okay, effort. So that's the best way for me to be able to explain a co-op. We'll make sure that I take the time as we move forward in development to get into each one of these individually and break these down. I want to be able to extend out to our business owners out there. If your business falls in any of these categories, I would love to be able to have you on, so then that way we can hear more about your business and how you got started and some of the benefits that you see specifically for your business structure. Okay. So that's an open invitation for the business owners. Y'all come on through. Make sure that you send an email to jgcozyniche@gmail.com and let me know, outside of you listening here to the live, drop it in here. I'm gonna contact you, Jersey girl, so that way I can keep a lookout for you, okay? And have you on the show. That's how we do it. Because why? Because you in the living room, and that's what we're supposed to do. Yes, okay. All right. So then we're talking about business tax responsibilities. Let me back it up. When you're looking at a corporation, okay, there are two ways that you can be able to file your taxes as a corporation. You're either going to be an SCorp or CCorp. SCorp, CCorp. There are benefits to both, is my best way to put it. So let's go ahead and, take a look at what the benefits will be for that. I personally have my CPA, hey Mona, all the way up in Jersey, baby, who takes care of me. Okay, she takes care of my taxes, and she is a tax queen, honey. That's right. She keeps on top of it all. All right. So I have my own tax person that handles my taxes that I totally appreciate, and she's been taking care of them for me for the past couple of years. And let me tell you something, baby, she finds it. Yes, she does. Okay. So she can be able to help, and she's helped me tremendously. So if you would like to be able to know more about the services that Mona has to offer with her business, make sure that you go ahead and drop it down in the comments. I can go ahead and share her info with you, her email address, how you can be able to get in contact with her. She do be a busy woman. Okay. All right. I'm not a saleswoman, but at the same time, I kind of a little bit am. So we're talking about business licenses, permits by your business type. So generally businesses out here in the state of Texas is not required. However, you do need to know that there are particular licenses, permits, registrations, and things that you need to have, especially if you are dealing with food. Okay. There's like a food handler's license, that permit that you need to have. If you're trying to be a vendor somewhere, you need to get a permit for that. They need to know about your grease traps. So if you're looking at, having a business to where, it's a food truck, because food truck industry is taking off. I don't know if y'all know it. And FYI, if there's anybody that is watching that has a food truck, I want you on. You need to come on to Jersey Girl Cozy Niche, okay? Let's go ahead and blow up your business, baby. Or shall we just come on location? We can come on location. So we can go ahead and check your stuff out and be able to learn more about the food truck business. I think that would be an amazing road trip that we can have for our development pillar. That's right. So then that way folks can get a chance to be able to see, if you're looking at doing this particular business, check this out. Okay. This is how this got started. Or even my girl, Tammy, who has a beautiful boutique. Okay. Simply Fancy. Come on with it. And how wonderful her mobile boutique was. Okay. But now Tammy has a storefront. Yes, she does. My girl has done it, baby. And it looks absolutely amazing. It really, really does. And so, we're already running over a little bit of time. So let me go ahead and give you this nugget right here. So then that way we can go ahead and wrap it up. The difference between an SCorp and a CCorp. Okay. So if you're looking for your business to be a corporation, okay, you are either going to register your business as a SCorp or CCorp. Okay. So what is a CCorp? A C corporation is where you pay taxes. So C corporations pay tax on their income. Plus, you pay tax on whatever income you receive as an owner or employee. Okay. So taxes on your income plus the tax on whatever income you receive as the owner or the employee. SCorp doesn't pay taxes. There's more to it. Don't just take that sound bite and run with it. Okay. Instead, you and the other owners report the company revenue as personal income. So you're not doing it as a separate. You're saying that this is going to be counted in with your personal income. So this is being counted in to say, this is how much money I'm bringing in. C Corporation says this is the business, this is the income for it, and you're paying taxes on that. Okay. So either way, you're paying taxes. But the question is, do you want to do it as a S or do you want to do it as a C? Okay. There we go. So this is, and then of course, business employer requirements. If you plan on employing staff, determine federal and state employer requirements. You need to know exactly what is required of you if you actually have staff, okay? Or if you decide to do kind of what I do with my event planning, you have contract workers, okay? And what that means as far as them filling out that 1099. Yes, okay? That means that you pay them, but then they are responsible for paying them taxes, not you, okay? But there's a caveat to that too. If contract workers, they're not your employees. And so, when the PPP loans were coming in and it was like, okay, how many employees do you have? Those aren't considered your employees. They are contract workers. So you got to think about that. But you yourself are an employee. Just saying. I'm giving y'all all the great tips and stuff like that. So it is the one, the only Jersey Girl. And I thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Yes, we went ahead and went back into the gold of what we talked about last week because we are building here. Like I said, it was way too much information to try to squeeze into 30 minutes, but you got a little bit more information tonight. And so moving forward, what we're going to do is we're going to take now each one of these type of business structures and bring them to the forefront. So then that way we can be able to hone in on each one of them. Okay. So DBA, sole proprietor, a co-op, an LLC, and a corporation. And I'm inviting those business owners that have this business structure to be able to come onto the show. So then that way we can be able to talk specifically about what their experience is for their particular business structure and be able to talk more about it. And of course, putting it out there, food truck owners, okay, we're going to start getting on the road, and I would love to be able to get on the road doing a food truck thing. So with these businesses, to be able to come and let's talk about what your business is, because this is a part of development, of growing, not just because personal growth is just for you, but development is for the community. It is for the masses. And that's what we want to do, be a positive impact on our community. It is the one, the only Jersey Girl. And thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. And I will see you later. Bye. Wraps it up for this edition of Jersey Girl Cozy Niche. Thank you guys so much for rocking out with us. Make sure that you hit that bell, the notification bell, so that way you can be notified every single time I go live or upload a new video. Because the YouTube channel is where you get your steak, potatoes, desserts, and drinks, baby.